Hello everyone and welcome to Old Coin TV channel. If you love exploring the world of coins, their history, value, and rare discoveries, you've come to the right place. Here, we'll share exciting information about coins from around the world, from ancient treasures to modern currency. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced collector, our channel is the perfect place to grow your knowledge and passion for numismatics. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to never miss our latest videos. The United Kingdom 1 penny 1p coin of the year 2000 belongs to the final decade of the 20th century and the beginning of the 21st, marking it as part of a transitional era in British history, political, economic, social, and technological. The penny itself is one of the smallest denominations in the British monetary system, first issued after the Great Decimalisation Reform of 1971, when the UK replaced its centuries-old currency system based on pounds, shillings, and pence with a new, simpler decimal system based on 100 pence per pound. Although the penny's face value is small, its design, symbolism, production materials, and circulation history illustrate the entire evolution of modern British coinage. The year 2000, in particular, carries symbolic weight, as it marks the beginning of the new millennium. Even though the Royal Mint did not change the standard design for 2000, collectors often treat coins from this year as historically significant because they represent the shift from one century to another and from one millennium to the next. Therefore, the 1 penny coin dated 2000 is both a routine currency piece and a tiny historical marker of the United Kingdom at a moment of transition. The obverse front of the coin features the fourth official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by the sculptor Ian Rank-Broadley. Introduced in 1998 and used on British coins until 2015, this portrait is known for its realism and boldness. Instead of idealizing the Queen, Rank-Broadley chose to present her as she truly appeared in the late 1990s, mature, dignified, and experienced. The portrait shows the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her most iconic pieces of jewelry. Around her image is the long-standing Latin inscription, Elizabeth II DG. Reg FD, which expands to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This formula has appeared in some form on British coins for centuries and serves to connect modern United Kingdom identity with its deep historic traditions. The year 2000 sits at the bottom of the coin, distinguishing it from earlier and later issues and linking it specifically to the beginning of the millennium, a time of celebration, reflection, and anticipation throughout the UK. The reverse back of the 1 penny coin contains the iconic portcullis with chains, topped by a royal crown, a heraldic symbol deeply associated with the Palace of Westminster, where the UK Parliament meets. The symbol has medieval origins, originally used by the House of Tudor, and later adopted as a broader emblem of British governance. By placing the crowned portcullis on the lowest denomination coin, designer Christopher Ironside, who created the design for the original 1971 decimal coins, combined simplicity with rich symbolism. The portcullis represents defense, protection, stability, and constitutional authority. It is a gate that both allows entry and secures barriers, symbolizing the balance of openness and control in a democratic monarchy. This design remained unchanged from 1971 until 2008, making the year 2000 penny part of the long run of classic British penny designs that millions of people handled daily. The words, 1 penny, appear around the reverse design, ensuring clarity and compliance with international minting conventions. The material composition of the 2001 penny coin is important in understanding its physical properties and place in UK minting history. Up until 1992, UK pennies were made of bronze, a mixture of copper, tin, and zinc. But rising metal costs made bronze too expensive for producing low-value coins. In September 1992, the Royal Mint switched from bronze to copper-plated steel, which looks identical in color but is far cheaper to produce. The 2000 penny is therefore made of a steel core coated with a thin layer of copper. This makes the coin magnetic, unlike older bronze pennies. Many collectors use this fact to distinguish modern pennies from pre-1992 bronze ones. The coin weighs 3.56 grams, has a diameter of 20.3 millimeters, and a thickness of roughly 1.65 millimeters. These dimensions make the 1 penny coin one of the smallest circulating denominations in the UK, easy to use in shops, vending machines, public transport systems, and everyday transactions. The year 2000 was a time of significant global anticipation because it represented the arrival of the new millennium. In the UK, the year was marked by nationwide celebrations, technological concerns about Y2K, and major cultural shifts. Although the design of the penny did not change, many collectors treat the 2000 penny as part of the symbolic, millennium-dated, set of coins. The Royal Mint also released numerous official commemorative coins that year, though not for the 1p denomination. The regular circulation penny is therefore a quiet piece of a larger national moment: Millennium fireworks over London, the opening of the Millennium Dome, and an optimistic sense of stepping into the future. The small 1p coin, dated 2000, was part of millions of everyday financial interactions at that historic time. In terms of circulation and everyday use, the 1 penny coin was extremely common and necessary for retail pricing, especially because many goods in the UK are priced using .99 endings, for example, £1.99, 99p, etc. This makes the small denominations critical for exact change. The Royal Mint produces pennies in huge numbers each year depending on demand from banks, supermarkets, and vending systems. The 2000 penny circulated widely for many years, often becoming darkened or dull due to contact with hands, moisture, and metal surfaces. These circulation marks tell the story of everyday life: shops, buses, takeaway counters, school canteens, and daily routines in early 2000s Britain. Because the coin circulated heavily, most 2000 pennies today appear worn, though they still function as legal tender. From a numismatic collecting perspective, the 2000 penny is considered common, meaning most circulated examples have a value of only 1 penny. However, uncirculated, brilliant uncirculated BU, and proof versions from official mint sets hold more interest. These versions have sharp detail, bright surfaces, and flawless strikes because they were never released into circulation. Proof coins, especially those in Royal Mint proof sets for the millennium, are produced with polished dies that create mirror-like fields and frosted designs. While their monetary value remains modest, they have aesthetic and collector importance due to their quality and their association with the symbolic year 2000. There is also the matter of error coins, which sometimes occur during production. While no major, famous error varieties are tied specifically to the 2000 penny, minor minting errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, die cracks, and plating flaws can exist. These errors are unusual and can be worth small premiums among collectors who enjoy mint mistakes. However, one must be careful, because many ordinary marks from circulation are not true mint errors. The year 2000 penny is also part of the final years before the 2008 redesign, when the Royal Mint introduced the new Royal Shield series for all circulating UK coins. In this new system, each coin shows part of the Royal Shield, and together they form a complete coat of arms when arranged like a puzzle. The 2000 penny, therefore, belongs to the classic, traditional design era of the portcullis, a design that ran for 37 years and became one of the most recognizable coins in Britain. Culturally, the penny has always carried significance in British life, far beyond its small monetary value. Common sayings such as, "a penny for your thoughts," "penny pinching," and "look after the pennies and the pounds will look after themselves," show how deeply rooted the penny is in everyday language and values: thrift, attention to detail, and resourcefulness. Even as inflation reduced its purchasing power in the early 2000s, the penny remained part of price psychology and consumer habits. The 2000 penny, by being part of the era when cash was still king, bears witness to a period before contactless cards and digital payments became dominant.